Now I'm recording.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to Action Economy. Bonus action. I think number 3 technically, but I don't know if we named the other one bonus action. Yes. Tonight we don't have everyone. So it's just
The Halloween witches got him.
Yep. So tonight we're going to do a one-shot.
Yay! A level 21 shot.
A level 21
shit.
shot. So we're going to try to have some fun with it. And, I'm going to be hopefully putting some Syrinscape in this in post. So I want to thank them for that if it happens. So
if not, you didn't hear anything.
Yeah, if not, I'll just edit this part out.
You didn't see or hear anything.
So, because it matters, let's start with description of characters. So, any volunteers to go first to explain who you are?
Austin. I'm here. Fuck you.
This is what you listen to us for.
Exactly.
Alright, fine, I'll go first since, Austin's choking on some food.
I'm here chicken.
My character is a level 20 fighter samurai archetype named Angela Battledust.
Okay.
She also has some new cool stuff because of the new Fizzban's Dragon book that came out. I incorporate some draconic stuff into it. So, we'll see how it goes.
Okay. Yeah. So, what's your character known for? What did you do? How'd you get to level 20
How did I get to level 20?
before you died?
Before I died as entombed and some schmuck stole my beautiful samurai sword. Ugh. Okay, as every hero, I brought peace to the land, but I also inspired a new way of learning for samurai.
Okay. Yeah. It's too bad that culture's entirely gone now, but
Yeah, it's a shame, and that's probably gonna be a tragic loss when I'm awakened rudely. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Who's next?
All right. I am playing Terrell, a Tabaxi fighter cleric.
Ooh.
Ginger fur.
Soul Stealer.
Yes. No.
That's all cats are.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think about this at all.
Same, I came up with myself on the spot.
Yeah.
Hey, that's perfectly fine. Let me randomly generate something for you.
That works.
That'd be funny if you could randomly generate on mine. It's the exact same thing. Yeah.
Let's go to Don John here and random adventure generator.
Terrell was spelled T''RELL, if anyone is wondering.
Ooh.
It sounds like very Superman-ish.
Well, funnily enough, I was thinking T'Challa when I made it.
Wakanda forever!
Okay, sorry, that was the wrong thing. I clicked on world generator. I went adventure generator. Where did it go?
Campaign generator.
It was there. Fantasy name generator. In town adventure. There we go. Adventure. So your adventure was a mystery to thwart a monstrous plan. You had some horribly monstrous enemy and had to thwart it before the world was destroyed.
Nice.
Yeah, you had to go all sorts of places, round up allies and artifacts, and finally be strong enough to face your enemy.
So I was a Bioware RPG.
Exactly.
Nice.
Sounds about right.
However, you had a very important reason to be involved, because you had a curse on you that if you didn't stop this, you personally were going to suffer and die.
Oh, okay.
That's how you got sort of involved.
Makes sense.
Turns out the curse was just you suffer and die.
The real curse was the friends we made along the way.
So,
Yikes.
your villain was a conqueror who was trying to move his army in and take over the entire world, and was going to unlock untold dark power from another world to accomplish this, and that was going to backfire bad.
You pulled the Uno reverse card. It was super powerful.
Yeah, he set a crazy monster loose in a city and you had to fight it off. You know, on your adventure, you did get press ganged onto a ship while you were on as you were sailing, and you ended up sailing across the ocean part of the way. But yeah, the secret weakness of the villain was the element of surprise. No, not
The elemental plane of surprise.
But yeah, no, you ended up defeating this guy and saving the world and preventing the destruction of the world this time. It lasted for a time. And, yeah. So, yeah, eventually you died of, I don't have a random generator for
dysentery.
Died of dysentery, you know. We're entombed in the Valley of Heroes along with ancient heroes.
Little did you know it was actually the curse that actually did you in.
Yeah.
The curse is dysentery.
Like, the main part of the curse was done. You're like, okay, you're good. But there was a subtext for the curse. Oh, if he gets any kind of dysentery, he dies immediately.
That sounds like a mercy. All right. So,
And we have me. I am Soren. I am a Fey Wanderer Ranger. Just that. Up all the way at level 20. As a baby, my character was taken from my parents by a Fey who raised my character, not letting him know about my original parents. And through just like wandering around and vibing in the Feywild, I got like power from my mother and did a whole bunch of really cool stuff. And my main thing, how I got super powerful, was I just kind of did whatever she said, and she used me to like climb up in the ranks and become this super powerful archfey. And I just kind of continued to vibe and would randomly just visit other planes of existence by going through portals from the Feywild. And this is one of those places. And nobody's really come looking for me because I disappear for very long periods of time anyway. So the fact I'm dead hasn't really gotten back to anybody yet.
Damn.
And it's gonna be reversed before anybody really realizes it where I'm from.
Wouldn't that be a twist? You get resurrected before people even realize you're dead.
Yeah.
You go find out you're dead, and you just show up on your doorstep like, wait a minute.
Death has just been like another plane of existence I visit.
Death is not an escape.
So,
I also need a sand mouse.
We'll get to that.
our story begins with each of you waking up. It is very dark where you're at. You seem to be in a small stone box. About coffin-sized.
Do I know I'm dead? Or do I know I was dead?
You remember dying. By the way, how did you die?
I mean, I don't think my character would fucking know I'm died, because I'd probably just fell asleep somewhere super dangerous and died in my sleep.
Okay. Spontaneous heart attack.
Sure.
Kira!
Listen.
But yeah, just all of a sudden, you wake up. And you're in a little stone box. You have, like, tattered rags on. They're not like... they're not what you were wearing before. They don't really seem like complex clothes. And they do feel very old. That's all you can really tell. It's pitch black where you're at.
Well, time to be hitting the old dusty trail. I'm gonna try to knock on the thing, and if nothing happens after that, I'm just gonna try to slide it off.
Okay, make a strength check.
Oh, this'll be good.
What, you have like a super strength?
8.
8.
That was pretty good.
That was modified from 9.
Oh.
You feel a very slight movement of the top, but it's real heavy. You can't lift it up.
Oh, I should also say the fade trait I have is cat ears and a cat tail. I'm an echo.
Okay.
Wow.
You're a fake cat.
Fake cat.
I'm a real cat.
I'm a real cat. Fuck you.
Angela's gonna like feel around and try to see if there's a point she could push up on that would help move it better.
Well, it's just a solid slab of rock. So to the side, starting from the side might work, but there's nothing like, there's not like a
Like a lever or anything like that.
what would you call it? A crisis point that if you poke it, the whole thing shatters.
Just I want 1 inch.
At least not
North
that
Star
you're
was bitch.
aware of.
Alright, I'm gonna try to pull mine off. I'm not gonna do much better than him though.
We'll make a strength check.
What is your modifier?
I made my character to be more of a dex-based fighter.
Okay.
So I have insane dexterity, no strength.
I have a +2 in strength.
I have a +5. That's a 2.
Jesus.
Okay.
Down from 3.
So yeah, it seems like you might be stuck in here.
Don't worry, I'm sure your muscles will get used to working again soon.
Angela at this point is like, I didn't. Why am I awake? Why am I alive? Am I gonna die again in this place? Oh god.
I'm gonna poke around the case I'm in with my hands and tail and try to find anything in there with me.
You find dust, and you find let's see, what would you find?
More dust.
You find actual dust bunnies.
A couple chunks of like wood, and as you feel around, you do feel like there's definitely some spots on the back of the stone that are like scrapes, like this stone has been moved before.
Can I strength check again, but with guidance?
Absolutely.
Guidance myself.
When you have to guidance yourself to escape your tomb.
Oh, that's fun. Wait a minute.
You good
I think I actually didn't leave my D10 at home. I think I left my D4. Why the fuck did I leave my D4 at home? Okay. Well,
Because
using
he's
this
like,
one.
I don't need a D4. What are D4s used for?
Oh, that's
Oh, cool.
Thanks, we need those.
Oh yeah, those are things that exist.
You don't need dice.
So that's a 6.
With guidance?
Yeah. I rolled a 1 and a 5.
Oh my god.
Well, you're still stuck.
Great show, guys.
I'm sorry, we're actually trying to get out. What are you doing?
I'm about to.
Oh, okay.
I was watching you.
You're watching us in the darkness
Yes.
inside your own coffin.
Yes.
Okay.
Well.
What was that?
This is a really good box.
Is this gonna be the whole campaign where we can't get even out of the damn boxes?
All three of you, make a single strength check to determine who gets theirs off first.
Oh wait, I'm
Okay,
gonna.
that's much better.
What the frick? I rolled another 3!
That's a 21.
Okay.
I'm gonna refrain from doing anything because my character kicks my legs up and puts my hands behind my head. And I'm gonna go, "Hey guys, is anyone out there? Someone put like a box over me while I was asleep."
All right. So, what's your character's name?
Terrell.
Terrell. Okay. Terrell, you you leverage yourself, you place yourself, and you manage to slide the stone off the side enough that you can get your fingers over the side. Some light comes in. You can see a little bit more clearly, and you
I hiss. It turns out I'm a vampire.
We're not doing Christmas shot. Stop that.
you dig your claws in, you just pull off to the side, and shove the top of this box open. And there's dust. It's just sort of like out. You sit up, you're kind of covered in dust. And you look around, and there is a bronze dragonborn with a great sword, wearing some chainmail, backed up against the wall opposite you, holding his sword up and just back against the wall, terrified looking. As your eyes kind of adjust, you can see that there's a number of various bodies around in various states of decay. Some that look relatively recent, some that look, just skeletons. There's all sorts of weird. You don't recognize the design or the style of the clothing or the weapons or anything like that. It's just there's been multiple big fights in here, and the bodies have just been left. The dragonborn just standing there staring at you.
Who are you?
He says, Suhama.
And what are you doing here?
He turns and runs.
I'm pretty sure this dragonborn just wet himself because he saw you come from a crypt.
Fair enough.
You are in a long hall. There's these slat windows carved into the stone which light is coming through, but you are in a long hallway filled with coffins, like stone sarcophagi.
Did my character hear the thing opening?
Make a perception check.
Oh. Does passive perception count?
What was your passive perception?
My passive perception is 21.
Then yes,
Jesus Christ!
you heard that instantly. You heard that.
What is mine? Holy shit!
My passive perception is 18.
Oh, mine's 21 too.
I'm gonna go.
So yeah, both of you heard that stone clunk of the thing, and then you heard what sounded like a voice talking, and then you heard footsteps running away.
My ears prick up, and I'm gonna go. So, am I next to get the thing off? That'd be pretty cool. It's pretty dark in here and all dusty. I thought I was napping at some cool tree or something, to be honest. Can I get out now?
You hear this voice coming from about, you're not sure the exact distance, but somewhere down off to the left. It's kind of muffled because it's inside a stone sarcophagus. But you do hear
I
this
go in that
voice.
direction.
What did you roll for your strength check when you rolled it?
3.
3? Yeah, you've not moved.
Yeah, I
anything.
know.
You can hear this happening, the voice off to your left somewhere.
I yell when you're done with him, get me out of here!
That one sounds pretty impatient. He might punch you if you don't do him first. I mean, I'm kind of comfy in here. You could go get him if you want. I'm just going to make flowers in my hair for now. I'm going to start druid crafting flowers in my hair.
Okay.
This is amazing.
While you are, there, one of the other coffins starts moving a little bit, and the top comes off a little bit, and you see it moving, and it's a little stuck, and what looks to be a... Where is it? Did I not... I may not have named this character. Or chosen the race. Did I not finish this character? Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Just give me 1 second. Okay, just got my characters and
Technical difficulties.
yeah, slight technical difficulties. I in fact did not choose race for this character.
The animation for this is you just see Soren just chilling, vibing in the coffee. You just see my character banging on the coffin. Let me out! Let me out! Let me out!
I just vibe. That's my superpower.
The vibe.
Just imagine if he didn't hear me, and so he didn't say anything. So we just go, and he just spends the entire campaign in there.
But yeah, what looks to be,
I was literally about to just go take a nap.
Yeah.
what looks to be a Goliath starts climbing out of the coffin. And he is like looking around. He looks confused, and he looks at you and says, "What happened?
I don't know either.
Where is this place?
I have no answers
Who
for
are
you.
these?" He stands up. He's very, very muscular. And he starts looking around. Yeah. Do you move to open any of these, or are you just going to let them?
Yeah, I moved over to Jesse's.
Okay. The Goliath walks over too and helps you pull it open, and yeah, the coffin sarcophagus opens to and you see this Goliath and Tabaxi there, and you were Tabaxi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for getting me out. Also, not to sound ungrateful or anything, but why am I alive again?
I don't
I
know.
believe I think we're in the same boat here, friend. Says the Goliath. He's like, I was dead.
I as well.
Okay, my turn to get out. I made like a whole like crown of flowers on my head. It's gonna look real good.
I suppose we should get that one out as well.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so you walk over, and the three of you are able to easily move the top of the sarcophagus, and you see a Goliath, a Tabaxi, and what are you, Dragon?
I'm a human.
I'm just like vibing there and give a little wave. Hey, where am I?
None of us know.
That is the question of the day, it seems.
I just imagine we go around opening every sarcophagus and having that same conversation every time.
Well,
That's presuming there's anyone left in these.
Yeah, but I think it'd be funny if it happened that way.
The Goliath's like, hey, anyone else? And there's no response. So
okay.
off to the left, you can see that this place starts going down. Off to the right, you can see there's like a light coming from a doorway.
Did
It doesn't
anybody
seem like ordinary natural light. It's kind of bluish.
did anybody see like a really cool looking bow?
No, I've seen nothing.
not that I recall.
No.
Fuck. Okay, here's what I think. At least for me, I don't know about you guys, but I think while I was taking a nap, I rolled over and fell into a portal, because that happens sometimes, and then all my stuff got left there, and I just rolled over into this portal, and then it closed, and now I'm here. So,
I think I have some bad news.
then I don't have my bow or stuff? Yeah, that's pretty bad news.
yes. The three of us have died and have been apparently resurrected. If that's
That
the
sucks.
case, that's probably the same for you.
I don't think so. I think I would have known if I died. I'm gonna cast Druidcraft and have a sprig of mistletoe in my hand.
Okay.
So if we've all died, then obviously, how long have we been dead for? Is one question.
Indeed.
And then the other question, I suppose, well, I don't know about you, but I would like to find maybe different garments that are not decaying and falling off.
The Goliath walks over and rips the belt and lower like it's not a loincloth, but it's like almost like a kilt type thing off of a guy, checks it, sniffs it, then puts it on.
I love this guy.
I mean, yeah, that works, I suppose.
Looks around, finds looks to be some sort of bronze greatsword, hefts it a bit, and has that.
I'm gonna poke around and see if I can find anything.
Yeah,
as well.
We'll do that as well.
Okay, you can basically find any kind of martial weapon around here. Most armor too. It's not high quality.
Okay.
It's very slapped together.
I'm more looking for just something to wear, really, clothes aesthetically.
Yeah, that's easy.
Any glaives around?
Yes.
I pick up a glaive.
That's oddly specific.
I am taking.
Well, that's what I had built on my character.
I'm taking a longbow, a quiver, 20 arrows, and studded leather.
Yeah,
All
what
right.
do we got as far as armor here?
Pretty much anything.
Okay, I have plate, so.
Yeah, you can find plate, but it's not steel plate, so it's really kind of slapped together. It's kind of weird, but you can get it on. It's not
Okay.
I'm gonna look around for a scimitar and a short sword, and again, just clothes aesthetically to cover.
Yeah, you're able to find some that's not covered in dried blood and stuff. Some of these people were possibly dusted. It's some of them it's just the clothes that remain and some dust on them. So you're not sure exactly what happened here.
Well, it just sounds like the cleaners got very spotty at their job. That's all
Yeah.
it is.
They left
Yeah,
all
no,
this
it's just
clothes
like
lying
you.
around.
I'm also going to take 2 short swords
Okay.
and tie the sprig of mistletoe to the bowstring of my new bow. Is there a backpack?
Oh yeah.
I grab that.
I'm imagining that we can find all the basic materials for.
Yeah, most of the stuff around is made of leather, but there's pieces of metal that look like they've been hammered into shape. Kind of low tech kind of stuff in that it's very it's very roughly made.
All right. After getting the weapons, Angela is gonna mainly look around and kind of see if she can figure out what kind of place this is.
Okay.
And I'm gonna suggest that we go check out the closest light, because if that's normal light, that's blue, it's probably nighttime.
Is that how nighttime works? I don't think that's how nighttime works.
You know the old saying, if it's blue, that be the moon.
That or it's magic. So, might be someone that can answer questions if we go that way.
I'm gonna find.
Were you from another plane, maybe?
I was.
Listen, at this point,
Hey, that's actually a pretty good question. What plane is this?
again,
Who knows?
asking the valid questions here. I still am going to head towards the blue light.
So
I'm taking 10 torches and lighting one.
Did you say 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
despite the fact that 2 of you, as far as you know, weren't interplanar travelers or anything like that, this doesn't seem like the kind of place that you would have been buried or entombed. It's kind of you don't recognize the style. You don't recognize the any of the markings on the walls or anything like that. It's not super there's not paintings or drawings or anything or names on anything. It's more very all of them are very cut cleanly from the stone, smooth stone, all over.
Well, let's go.
The Goliath is my name is Cardrum.
Oh yeah, names. I'm Soren. Can I have your name?
I am Terrell.
See, that'll get you every time. You can't do that. I could have just taken that. You gave it to me.
What?
Have you been to the Feywild?
I have never.
Okay, well, if somebody from the Fae asks if they can have your name, don't give them your name.
Okay.
I just nod. I just go back to like snapping my fingers every now and then, and like a flower will sprout in my hair or armor.
That one is rather strange.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm getting that.
So, you continue on towards the exit, and the light gets a little brighter. There's some sort of like entry hallway, and then a pair of doors, like double stone doors, that have been ripped off of their hinges and are like collapsed. They look like they've been there for a very long time. But you can see out into this desert wasteland. You can see stones and mountains in the distance. But the sunlight has kind of a slightly bluish tint.
This is not how I remember. I would say leaving the world, but again, I don't know how long it's been. A lot of things could change.
That's pretty cool, though.
Except for the fact that we're out in the middle of a desert, and it looks like a wasteland. So
Yes, that is rather concerning.
we need to find. When you got out of your tomb, I heard another voice or someone running away.
Ah, yes, there was a dragonborn. He seemed awfully frightened of me.
I could imagine so.
I'd have thought you were a zombie. Are you a zombie?
For all I know.
I poke you.
Terrell, did he run out this way or did he go back the other way?
Did he?
He ran out this way.
Okay, he ran out this way.
Alright. I look and see, is there like, when we're coming out, is there like a staircase that goes down, or is it just like automatically sand?
It goes down like 2 steps.
Okay. Do I see him off in the distance scurrying anywhere?
Make a perception check. And or a survival check for tracks.
Holy shit, I have a plus 11 in survival, so I'm gonna do that.
16
That's a 22.
16 for what?
perception.
Okay.
No, 15 plus 8, 24
Jesus.
for perception.
Okay.
I had 22 for survival.
Okay, you can definitely see that someone ran through the sand and tried to cover their tracks as they went. But it's clear that the sand was swept. It's not been windblown how it normally would be. And you can clearly see that it goes a certain distance and ends at a mound of sand. However, with your perception check over here, you see a couple glints in the sand that there's someone who's buried in there, who's got their eyes visibly through, who's watching.
Okay. Does he know I noticed him yet, or no?
I
He
would
does
assume not.
Okay.
Do I see him?
No.
Okay.
So, I turn and look at Terrell to engage in conversation, but I'm going to tell him that there's a mound of sand over there that has eyes poking out of it. I'm pretty sure that's our Dragonborn.
Most likely.
Do you want to handle this peacefully, or do you want to chase after him?
I feel no reason to harm him.
I could scare him and make him pop out of the sand.
But
That's
why?
not necessary.
If he
Why
ran
would
from
you do
us,
that?
why do we need him?
We need information. We need to know where we are, what is this place, and more importantly, why are we alive again?
I feel like he probably does not have any important information like that, but he probably could tell us about where we are at least.
Alright. Alright, I'm just gonna turn and... I'm fine, I'll just walk up to him and be like,
Yo.
Well, let's see how he responds to that.
I'm just gonna walk up, be like, I see you.
Hey bro, what's up?
You can't hide. It's a good attempt, though. A for effort.
as you approach, he pops out of the sand and runs.
I chase after him.
Okay. What's your speed?
30 feet.
How long do you chase him?
No, wait. What? When we both... Well, like, Soren will have been trailing behind you.
Okay.
And when you just take off running, I'm gonna keep pace, and I'm gonna go, do you want me to go tackle him or something? Because I'm faster than you.
Please do.
Okay. I dart up ahead. I have 35 feet of movement.
Okay.
I have hold monster, but not hold person.
Cardrum, the Goliath barbarian, outpaces you. And just... And makes a grapple attempt. And that will be a successful grapple attempt.
Nice.
Grabs the guy, yanks him back, lifts him up, and is going to make an intimidation check. And the guy who he had a greatsword drops his greatsword and just freezes up, being held by this barbarian.
Hey, bud. We're not gonna, like, eat you or anything, so don't worry about that. We're not like zombies. Well,
We have no reason to hurt you. We simply want to ask some questions.
at least I'm not a zombie. Maybe they are, I don't know. Anyway, where are we?
You're in the desert.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
yes, we can see that.
Which way is the town?
He looks a little confused and is like, "Zo."
Okay, that's real descriptive too. We're on the right track. How do we get to the town?
The nearest vent is, and he looks over and he points in the distance, and you can see a storm cloud way in the distance.
Storm cloud, go there?
He nods. He looks confused.
Okay,
and scared.
cool. You want to come along with us, or you want to just, like, go off on your own and, like, do your own thing?
He's like, "Please let me go."
What is this land called?
The desert.
I see.
Cool. That's a really weird name for an entire world. Is the entire world a desert?
All that I have seen.
That's pretty cool.
Not really.
Well, not
I
for
heard
you.
sand.
I heard
It's
that it's coarse and rough and it gets everywhere.
Shut up.
I think we were all waiting for it.
It was going to happen eventually, which I was restraining very hard not to say anything. Anyway, Angel's gonna like grab his weapon and just look at it, and kind of gesture at look at the acid giant to put him down. I forgot his name, so that's fun.
Oh, that's that's right. Cardrum.
Cardrum, put him down.
Cardrum sets him down.
I hold out a sword as if, like, you know, to give someone a sword appropriately. And I think you dropped this.
He takes it and starts moving away.
Before he moves away, Soren is going to druid craft like a really nice looking flower in his hand, and I'm gonna put it in his like.
He ducks
hair.
away.
It's just a flower.
He keeps moving away from you.
Okay, bye. And I put it in my hair.
Flower? What's that?
And he eventually starts. He turns around and is looking over his shoulder to make sure you guys aren't following him, and he keeps on going.
So, our day has just gone from like weird to bizarre very, very quickly.
Well, that mean we're alive.
Yes, I would have to agree with the Goliath.
You three, is this like your guys' home plane?
It's
We don't know.
possible. We don't really know.
It's
I mean, you guys fucking died. Did you die on a different plane or your plane?
I mean, the sun wasn't blue and you weren't in a desert when you died, so...
If this is our plane, or at least if it's my plane, then a lot of time has passed and something has changed the world.
Or maybe like some super evil guy came out of you when you died and blew everything up. That would suck.
oddly specific, but
That
doubtful.
would indeed, as you say, suck.
Yep.
So,
Wouldn't be the first time.
I will consult my
Concerning
ancestors. Cardrum's like, yes, I will consult with my ancestors. Wait for a moment.
Okay.
Sits down.
so obviously because characters being, I obviously know he's a barbarian, right? Because
Yeah, I mean, there's people like this. It's you get it.
Yeah.
You understand what he's doing. He's got some connection to the spirit world that he's trying to tap into.
all right, can I make out what
With him?
Terrell?
Sure.
Funny. Terrell, can I see that? Is there anything that he still has, like a no? Because he's been looted.
No.
So I probably can't tell that he's a cleric.
You're all wearing what appears to be just like some sort of simple white robe that is now old, stained, brown. It's
We're all clerics.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
I'm gonna use Druidcraft to I'm gonna use a short sword to cut the claw so it fits me better, so I can run in it and shit. And then I'm gonna make little plants grow all over it.
Okay.
So Cardrum ends up casting augury. He draws a hole mark in the sand. He's trying to do some sort of thing, and it doesn't seem to be going well. He's like, I don't have the bones. This is not going to work well.
We could hunch you something.
He says, weren't there skeletons back in there? He stands up and he starts walking back into the...
There might be actually.
That'd probably be easier.
After he goes back in there after a minute
I go
or
with
two.
him.
Oh, so he goes in and he snaps the hand off of a couple hands off people and starts
Nice.
picking apart and gets the finger bones.
Nice.
Let's
And,
hope they don't get resurrected.
I'm gonna search around for a mouse.
Make a survival check for this.
23.
23. You are able to. You look around and you do find what appears to be a trail of some kind. You're able to find some signs of some sort of small mammalian creature and tiny tracks that look almost like it's something that clearly hops along the ground on the sand, and it's about the size of a mouse. Yeah, you don't know what it looks like.
I'm gonna go try and get it.
Okay, so you start wandering around in the desert. You're trying to keep an eye out where they're at. As you get further away, you see that this place you came in has actually a taller structure. It's got a bit of an obelisk, so it's a good landmark, so you can see where it's at. But you start searching around, and eventually you catch sight of some of these, like one of these mice.
I'm gonna Druidcraft some seeds. I'm gonna try to get them to come over and be my friend.
Can Druidcraft do that?
I think it says I could get seeds or something.
remember.
You instantly make a flower blossom, a seed pod open, or a leaf bud bloom.
Okay, so you can't just make them.
Ah. Well, I'm gonna try to get them to come by me.
You do an animal handling check.
Oh boy.
He goes rabid, bites his face off.
Oh no.
It's the giant weasels part 2.
Well,
15.
he was dead before that.
15. We're able to get pretty close to it before you're able to do anything. It does kind of like accept your presence at first, but as you get closer, anytime of interactions with it, it darts back. This thing is real fast, though. You would estimate its speed to be something like 60 feet around. It's lightning fast little thing. So it seems confident in that it can keep its distance from you. It doesn't run off. It just stays away from you.
So what Austin's thinking.
So
It's gonna be Tom and Jerry.
It literally is.
carved some of the bones and stuff, and he's like rolling them on the ground and doing stuff. And so he lays out what he says is a plan, and after a while he stands up and puts the bones away into a little pouch that he's got, and he says, the spirits tell me that it would be good to go, and he points towards the storm cloud in that direction.
Alright.
The Dragonborn said as much.
Well, now that we have a more confirmed ways to go, I guess we better get going.
Let's go.
As you're going, he one of the bones he's gotten, you're not sure what it's from, but it's kind of a bend to it, and he takes what appears to be some sort of knife and starts carving the bone, and just starts turning it into what looks to be a boomerang.
Nice.
But anyway, you move on, and you start journeying through the desert.
Yeah.
So, a couple things come to your notice as you do this. First off, the sunlight is harsh, but it's not hot. It's actually pretty cold for a desert. But there's this weird tingle to it after a while of being in the sun. You still feel like you want to protect yourself from it. And so even Cardrum has ripped apart one of his bags and turned it into something of a hood thing that he's wearing. But the sunlight's weird. It's got a weird tingle to it when it's directly on your skin. Luckily, you've got enough cloth on you that it's pretty easy to cover up from it, and it's not exactly hot. So by putting stuff on, it's actually fairly comfortable. But you start working your way through the desert. It's a long distance.
I would like, if I can, to use my forager ability while on our way over there
Okay.
to look out for food and water.
Okay. You find absolutely nothing.
Nice.
I felt like that would be the case.
There is
We're about
only
to be Sokka out here in the desert.
there is only sand. Well, no, you check the sand. It's a combination of the silty sand, but it's about 50-50 between that and just salt. So
We could bake stuff in this, I think. I don't know, I don't cook really.
you continue your journey straight on towards this storm cloud. As you get closer, you can kind of see that looks like it's got rain underneath it, which seems a positive. Where there's water, there's life. And who had the super high passive perception?
I have it as well.
Who had the highest one?
Same.
21.
21.
Okay. About the same time, you two catch a glint of something out in the distance. It's moving fairly quickly, about 30 feet per round, you'd say. It's a glint of purple. Maybe that purple. Let me check something real quick. Well, no, it's It's more of a yellowish color. It's almost like a gold yellowish color. And for a second, you're like, what? And as you look, you can see it's something like a big crystal. It's about the size of a person, but it's just this large floating crystal that is hovering, moving through the desert.
What do you think that crystal is? Can I roll something to try and figure out what this crystal is?
Sure. Roll a. I don't know what this would be under. We'll go with nature
Nature.
for now.
19.
19. You've not seen anything like this before. But as you watch it, it does seem to have something of a pattern to its movement. It's not traveling, it is searching. And actually, yeah, it does not seem to be acting as though it has seen you, but it is moving in a way that it will get closer pretty soon. Or at least you'll have to get closer to its path and it's where it's looking.
Hey guys, are we vibing with the new crystal thing, or are we just going to the rain cloud?
It's in the way. So you'll go past it.
Like, are we
to the
going
rain cloud.
around it? Do we not want to fuck with the new crystal? Hello.
Just pop my head in to say that I'm not going to be joining because I have a massive freaking headache and my stomach is upset and I'm soaked to the bone. So I'm just going to go upstairs, shower, and go to bed.
Okay.
All right.
Hopefully you feel better.
Later.
Yeah, I hope so too. I gotta do this again tomorrow.
You.
So, yeah.
I don't know.
Do you think it likes flowers?
I would treat everything as we've seen so far. This place doesn't look very hospitable, and the things that live here are probably equally as such. I would be very cautious of how we deal with this thing.
That's a bit presumptuous.
Yeah, almost meta, you'd say. Cardrum's like, I will take a look. And he
I'll back
starts
you up.
moving closer.
I also will
He's going to
follow.
move stealthily.
Oh, I move stealthily too.
Okay.
I guess I won't do that.
I'm really good at it. Holy shit. Wait a minute. 29?
Holy shit.
Excellent. You are
One with the sand.
one with the sand.
Yeah, I am 65 feet behind him.
And 60 feet underneath him.
Yeah, I'm
Is he
six-
probably the sand?
Yeah, pretty much. And I have my
Just
bow
imagine
ready.
you dig yourself. Yeah, you dig dug. Yeah. No, you dig yourself under. Just go. Shoom,
It's
right
just the cat
underneath
ears and
the
cat
door.
tail that's above the sand.
Yeah.
I am prepared to cast Eldritch Blast if it is a battle prism or something.
Okay. As he approaches, he's doing a pretty good job of keeping hidden. But you notice that this thing does change direction suddenly and start moving in you guys' general direction. And
I fall back to 120 feet.
it stops about, let's see, about 60 feet away and maintains a distance of 60 feet away. And,
Like it moves away from us to maintain 60 feet?
Yes.
Okay.
So Cardrum gets closer and it keeps a distance, so he stops. He moves back and it keeps that 60-foot distance. It is like almost perfectly still except for an up and down motion that it's taking. It appears, I mean, you don't know what it's doing. after a second, a light shines from it directly at Cardrum. And let's see, how does he respond to this? This will be a very, very quickly. It shoots a beam at him. And what was that? That just blasts him. He gets sent flying back about 10 feet. He lands on his feet. But he pulls the sword out. He looks like that really hurt him.
Does my reaction pop off?
Yes.
Alright, I fire off 4 arrows of Eldritch energy at this thing.
Okay.
Just pops out of the sand. Surprise!
30.
30? That's gonna hit.
Should I just do all 4 attacks and then damage?
Sure.
That is a natural 20.
Okay.
So 31. 20.
That's gonna hit.
And... oh, fuck. 13.
That does not hit.
So... I double one of the d10s, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, well, fuck. That's 1.
Jesus.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Fuck, another 1?
Wow.
13. 13 points of damage.
This is some game.
13. It hits, and it's got, as it hits, it stops maybe about like 6 inches away from it, and you see a ripple in space around it as it hits. That ripple reveals sort of a shape around it of just a bubble, which reddens a little bit. You can see the red stays, but there's some sort of shield around it of some kind. So yeah, roll for initiative.
That's a 4.
17.
17. Okay. So you had 17.
Yeah.
You're first.
Alright, how far? You said it was 60 feet away?
He was 60 feet away from Carter.
Alright, and I would say I'm probably further back than that, so... Alright, I'm gonna apply my... Actually, let's see what I can do.
Wait, were you sneaking?
I thought about it and I didn't do it, no.
Oh, well, then it would be aware of you. But go ahead.
Oh, wait a minute. Was I supposed to roll advantage on all those attacks?
Maybe.
Because I was hidden.
You were hidden. I don't think it actually has much of an effect, but go ahead. Just worry about the one that you,
Yeah, the one I missed, that's 26.
That'll hit. You can do one more.
One more Eldritch Blast would be 3 extra damage.
Alright.
Alright,
Shield's slightly redder than it was before.
I'm gonna just try to close the gap, so I'm gonna use my whole turn to move to 60 feet.
Okay.
So, with my short sword drawn.
Okay. And you had, you were next, right? 14?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm next.
Mm-hmm.
I have 4, so
Okay. I'm gonna bonus action hide.
Okay.
Dives back into the sand.
Just in the sand.
Okay.
That is 25.
Okay.
And then... Does that work? Does that work?
What, the high?
Yeah.
You don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna attack it with Eldritch Blast again. Do I roll advantage or no?
Go ahead.
Okay. It is 25.
All right, that's gonna hit. I believe it's just the first one that's an advantage.
Oh, okay. Then the second one would be a 18.
That'll hit.
Third one is 20. Like natural 20. And then the fourth one is 27.
Okay.
10. 15. 19. 24. 29. 30, 31, 32 damage.
All right. The shield goes down, and you actually hit the crystal a little bit.
Hey! That's my go.
All right.
Oh, I also want to move 30 feet back. So I'm like
Okay.
150 feet back now.
All right then. The crystal goes and moves over in your direction.
Mine?
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, you're the one that's been shooting it with a bunch of arrows, so.
And let's see here.
I feel like I just loaded it up with like 8 different bolts of Eldritch arrow energy and shot them all at once.
The funny thing is, like, when you said you hid in the sand, I immediately thought of a Looney Tunes cartoon where you just, like,
Yeah, I was thinking about like foxes.
fair enough.
Let's see here.
Also, the only reason I am moving so far away is because I took Spell Sniper.
Okay. So it also it fires a beam at you. Make a dexterity saving throw.
God damn, this thing can shoot far.
Yes, it can. Because it also has a spell sniper.
Damn. 25.
25?
Yeah.
You manage to jump out of the way of most of this. Let me see here. Let's see. I need you to take 19 necrotic damage.
Ow. That was all the health given to me by my Constitution score.
Cardrum is going to rush the thing and get to it, but he can't make an attack.
Oh, shit. I was supposed to do an extra d6 every turn. That's just 7 more damage.
Okay. Terrell.
Alright.
You're up to bat.
I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt at... third level. Well, this is a one-shot, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my lucky.
All right.
Go for it.
That is much better. That's 22 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
I'm just imagining like you're like Rip Van Winkle from Hellsing Ultimate, where you shoot it and you're about to miss, but you use magic to like correct the course.
Oh god, I accidentally hit it.
No, not the blood dice. Why would you do this?
I forgot to change it back.
No.
4d6. Or no.
Cursed dice.
5d6. Okay. One, 5, 11, 14. It was 14, so 20. 20 damage.
Okay.
And
Not too shabby.
let's see. I think that'll be it.
All right.
Alright.
And how much was that?
20 damage.
20. Okay. You're actually doing damage to the crystal itself, which is definitely a solid thing. All right, back to the top.
So it's right here. So I'm gonna have to use my another full turn if I get to the crystal armor, right?
No, not really.
Okay, because I moved full 60, so is it like within 30 feet then?
Oh wait, I was supposed to do another d6.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 6, so that's 26 total.
All right. So you could probably make it to it this turn now.
Okay, with by expending all my movement, or just by moving within 30 feet?
It's just outside of the 30 feet, so you're gonna have to use your movement to get to it.
All right, I'm gonna do that, and I'm actually gonna try to get on the other side of it to give.
Okay. You have enough to circle around it to give Cardrum
hit advantage on it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm gonna do.
All right. Next up is our spell sniper over here.
30 feet back. How far did it close the distance?
It was at 120 feet.
Okay. Go back to 150 feet. Dive back down into the sand using hide.
You're playing whack-a-mole.
That is 30. And I should probably do something other than Eldritch Blast.
I mean, Eldritch Blast should be working pretty well.
It does work pretty well. I'm going to... What's this do? Second level cast. Is this thing real big or person-sized? It's person-sized. Yeah.
It's medium-sized.
Alright. Second level cast Ensnaring Strike.
Okay.
Attack before spell ends. Okay. I shoot it. That's... Oof. 15?
That does not hit.
Every time I cast spells like this, it doesn't work. Well, that's... Oh, wait, I have advantage, because I'm hidden.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, wow, that's...
You're not hidden.
What? Didn't I bonus action hide?
No.
Didn't I? I thought I did.
It's recent.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I said bonus action hide and rolled a 30. It doesn't matter anyway, because what I rolled was a 1, so...
Well, I have to roll it, because you're revealing yourself and then going back in.
Yeah.
So... You said it was 30?
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't matter anyway
Yeah.
because my advantage was a 1. So
Yeah. Is that the last? Okay.
yeah, that was my action.
Okay. I thought you attacked and rolled a 30.
No, I was rolling for hiding before I attacked, so I don't get disadvantage.
All right, it's its turn now. Let's see. This is 90. It will wink out of existence
Oh.
and wink into existence about the halfway point between Cardrum and
Angela.
Angela and Soren.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it will. I need those three. I forget where Terrell is in relationship with this. I think. How far away from this thing were you?
Well, I was kind of envisioning I was near Angela.
Okay.
Before I went into the mad dash sprint to.
Yeah.
Everyone to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, jeez.
Oh boy,
What is my thing?
that is a good 3, but it takes it down to 2.
Okay.
What is up with this? This is my third 3 in
Nice.
a row.
Okay.
Well, I got a dirty 20, guys.
Oh, okay. And then Cardrum.
Duh. Why do you be cursed? You're more cursed than the blood dice.
So, Terrell, you take 26 psychic damage as this thing lets out a screeching sound. Everyone else takes 53 psychic damage.
That takes me down to exactly 100 HP. Ow.
It's okay, I'm at 151 HP. I'm fine.
All right. And that will end its turn. And so now it will be Cardrum, who charges this thing and is going to swing his greatsword.
I thought you said he was gonna suplex it because that would have been amazing.
Good God Almighty, it killed him!
Well, before he actually attacks it, he's going to rage.
Just you see him get bulkier. He's like,
He does the Master Roshi.
yes.
And slams his newfound greatsword into this thing, dealing 12 plus 16 damage.
Nice.
And this thing is starting to get some cracks, but it still seems to be fairly cohesive. All right. So next would be Drum.
Alright. I'll cast Guiding Bolt again, but this time I'll do it at a level 4.
Okay.
Well, that's a nat 1.
So that sounds like you're gonna pop another lucky. It sounds like.
Maybe not, but you know what I do have is Action Surge.
Fair.
So I'll do that and try it.
I mean, why not? Go for broke.
We'll do it at 4th again. That is 21.
21's gonna hit.
76. Got 8. 9. 12. 22. 28 damage.
28 damage? Excellent. Alright, so this thing cracks a little bit. And you're starting to see that there seems to be a pattern to the cracks that are forming on this thing as it takes damage. And it all of a sudden it shifts a little bit and cracks into pieces and hovers there now in an almost humanoid shape. Legs split off, arms split off, and it's almost kind of a floating humanoid shape, and it slowly descends and lands feet on the ground.
Huh.
The crystals are like in shards on, so it wouldn't be pleasant to get hit by the crystals at the end of its hands, but it doesn't seem. It seems to be very, very stiff, and it's got a head, and it's clearly got, like, because of the cracks that have formed, clearly like a front-facing head. So you can now see it turning and looking as though it were a being, as opposed to just a floating crystal. And yeah, does that finish your turn?
Yeah.
All right, back to the top.
All right. How far away is it? Because it disappeared and it's reappeared in the middle of pretty much all of us.
Yes. Yeah, it's a little ways away. It's got to, like, it did a 60-foot jump.
I keep chasing this damn thing around. Hold still, damn it. I'm gonna chase it down again, and that's all I'm gonna do because I can't keep up with this thing. At the very least, I'm gonna try to get in position so Cardrum has advantage again. That's what I'm gonna try to do with that movement,
Okay.
if possible.
Let's see here.
Ugh.
You're able to get into a reasonable position here. All right. So, sorry.
I cast Dimension Door. And I basically am going to teleport myself. This thing is like 120 feet from me, right?
Yes.
And 60 feet from my friends. I teleport 100 feet behind my friends, so now they're in front, like they're in front of me, in between this thing and me, and I hide.
Okay.
That is 27,
Okay.
and that's my turn.
All right. As soon as you teleport, you see this thing turn. Its head turns and looks directly at where you're at.
I flip it off.
It reciprocates.
Yeah.
It says it can't make fingers yet, so it has like a giant crystal.
It raises its arm, and you're not sure what this is exactly that it is doing, but there's a shimmering lance of power comes directly from its head straight towards you. You're
Okay.
very far away, but it just like zips right past them directly to you.
Oh, that's fun.
It don't
Make an intelligence saving throw.
Hey, that's an 18.
18? All right.
Wait, 17. Fuck. It's still pretty good. It's still good.
Yeah, it's not good enough.
What?
Was 18 good enough?
No.
Oh.
You take 38 psychic damage as the psychic lance hits you.
Nice.
And
Now I'm bloodied.
you are incapacitated until the start of your next turn.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Yikes.
It will then float directly up, getting attacks of opportunity from you and Cardrum.
Awesome.
And Cardrum will hit. What did you roll? Okay.
Not one.
I don't get
I'm
right.
still dusty, okay?
Cardrum will deal 18 damage to him. But it will continue floating up until it reaches about 40 feet in the air, and it will stop there.
Damn you. Shite. I'm actually kind of tempted to
Let's see
have Arthur
here.
throw me at this point.
You're gonna have to throw me.
Cardrum will throw his newly carved boomerang,
Nice. Knock him down. Make him go froze like a sad repeat.
which just barely misses.
Dang.
But it does hook back around and come back towards Cardrum, who will attempt to catch it. And he will successfully catch his boomerang now.
Be cool if he catches it with his
And wish that he had gotten that roll for his hit instead of his catch.
I know, right?
I'm just a guy with a boomerang.
I didn't ask to be a part of all this magic and nonsense.
And so Terrell.
Alright.
If he could swat
How far is it from me?
It's 40 feet up in the air, which
it's in
isn't
the air?
isn't
Yes.
the distance, and yeah, it's about.
Well, I was gonna melee it, but if it's in the air.
Yeah, it's in the air now.
You can see my conundrum here.
Okay.
I mean, at least at least I chose the literal best time to dimension door in this entire fight.
And you still got lanced by it because it's like it didn't like the fact you dimension doored.
Strategically, it was an excellent moment
Yes,
to do so.
it was.
Yeah, because otherwise this thing would have gotten up to me. I don't want that.
And you'd be in even worse shape than you are now.
Next time I prepare my skills, I need more attacks. That'd probably help. I'm just gonna go with Guiding Bolt again.
All right.
Okay. At 4th level. Alright, that's a 26.
That's gonna hit.
Okay. And that's 76. 12, 15, 19, 25, 30, 35.
35.
Yeah.
All right. As this, spider webs of cracks have now formed across this thing, it's definitely looked like it's not doing so hot. It doesn't physically, like, it doesn't like motion react to this, but it definitely seems to be not doing well. Back to the top.
Alright, I'm gonna look at, I keep forgetting his name.
Soren?
Cardrum?
Cardrum. And I'm gonna ask, like, can you throw me up there, please? I'm tired of chasing this thing.
He might be able to on his turn.
I'm gonna hold my action so that way when he yeets me up there, I'm gonna stab this thing repeatedly.
Alright. And that's all?
Yes.
I lose this turn, right?
Yep, you're incapacitated.
Wow, I didn't know that's what being incapacitated sounds like.
Electrocuted, yeah.
Let's see. That would be a bad decision on this thing's part. It is going to... it's going to go ahead and try it anyway. Let's do... It will fire its beam down at Cardro. Natural 20 for his saving throw. So Cardrum dodges out of the way of this beam that shoots down. The beam strikes the sand, and it's very clear that that was a disintegration that it just did. And let me see here. All right. The next is Cardrum himself, right? He looks at you, like, sizes you up for a second, and is like, eh, and grabs you and throws you. Relatively in the general direction.
Okay.
You're gonna pass close enough to try and do something.
Alright.
So use your attack.
Alright. Ooh, that's 19. Nice. 19 plus 11, so.
Oh, wait a minute,
30.
I forgot. He can use his strength score as his strength thing. So yeah, you get thrown right at him.
Nice.
So you make a 32 attack.
Make it 32 attack.
That's gonna hit.
I'm also gonna pop extra attack. I get 4 additional attacks.
Okay.
Okay.
It's literally Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
So that's.
So make your first one first before you actually do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
6 plus 5. Six damage for the first hit.
Okay. Next one.
That's a 19 hit.
That'll hit.
Uh, 9 damage for the second.
All right.
22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Ooh. Max damage, 11.
All right.
That's a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that's 10 damage.
That last hit, as you just like, the last hit, you shatter the crystal, and these bits and shards of topaz just fall onto the ground.
Right? And now I realize I'm in the air.
Make an acrobatics check for your landing.
Yes. It's a good thing I have a plus 11 to my acrobatics. That's an 18. So
Okay, you managed to break your landing and do a good job. Yeah, so you destroyed this thing.
Nice.
There's a bunch of chunks of crystal. Why? Looks like it was made of gemstones. It's this topaz gemstone that's lying around. So yeah.
I just realized I could have gave you guys a plus 10 bonus to any of your attacks, but I forgot I had that.
you have it for next time. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna third level
It's okay,
cast Healing Spirit on myself.
Okay.
And a bunch of like spectral little fae are gonna appear all around me and just start like putting little bandages on me.
Okay.
And over the course of a
Well, it was
few...
psychic damage, so one of them is just a psychiatrist.
Yeah, one of them has like the stool and his legs crossed.
And how
And
that
how
make
did
you
that
feel?
mind lance make you feel? And that gets me 43 HP back over a
Okay.
few seconds. And I just start like walking back over.
So yeah, this was real weird. Had a vaguely humanoid shape to it towards the end, but completely crystal. And yeah, it was a combination of psychic. A couple of the hits were force. The disintegration is a force damage. One of the things it did was necrotic. This thing seemed like it was like a powerful magical construct of some kind that was specialized to firing beams. And yeah,
That thing really wanted me dead.
I noticed that. Yeah.
By the way, how are you doing? Do you need any healing?
I do.
I'm fine for the moment. We should. I look at
Cardrum?
Carter. Thank you. I asked. You took a pretty nasty hit when that whole thing started. You good?
I did. It hurts badly.
Alright.
You can see he's got this like mark. He was clearly hit by the disintegration beam at the start. He just has that much HP that he was able to survive it, but he's pretty badly hurt by it.
I'll give him Cure Wounds at level 5.
Okay.
I go up to him and be like, "Nice throw, by the way."
He's really light enough. It's not like really. He's kind of out of it because of the disintegration beam that he's taken.
Not bad for you, Archer.
Yeah, I'm real good with it. I'm even better with the bow my mom gave me.
I too would be a little bit better with the sword I had with me as well, but the circumstances say we have this now, so
27 points of health.
27 points of health?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm gonna pick up a chunk of crystal and like throw it up and catch it into my backpack. And I'm gonna go. I think I'll stay here for a little bit. It's pretty interesting.
I say we grab up as much as the crystals as we can. Might as well see if they're.
Oh my god. I hate to interrupt, but someone on Discord named Sonic Adventure just sent me a friend request.
They know.
Amazing.
They know. quick, edit it up.
Yeah. So there's a lot of this crystal stuff. Cardrum's like, topaz is rare. You could sell it. Maybe if we find some.
Oh, is it topaz?
Yes, it is topaz.
Take a few more chunks and toss them into my thing.
Yes. So yeah, these are big chunks of a somewhat valuable gemstone.
How many chunks are there?
Enough to make a person.
Topaz
That's
person.
ominous.
I was gonna say like
200 pounds at max, yeah.
Oh, jeez, that's
About 200 pounds worth of topaz. We'll go with that.
All right.
You guys look strong. You could carry most of it.
Yeah, Cardrum's like, I can carry all of it.
Thanks.
He's got a strength of 24 and he's Goliath.
Fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna carry some of it because I want to keep some of it.
I mean, let me see here. What?
All right.
The smallest piece of it, that's like, you know, a substantial piece, I'm gonna keep.
How with that fight? How far away are we still from the?
It's still a distance, but you know, you've made progress.
You guys want to stop for now? Rest up after that.
The
No.
more you look at the area around there, you probably wouldn't be safe.
Mm.
And it's not exactly comfortable either.
All right.
Now, you could take a detour and head towards one of the rocky areas that might have some shelter, or you could continue on ahead to the rainstorm.
I think we should probably move on.
All right.
Let's keep going.
Let's just try to keep you know, after fighting that thing, that I would hate to come across more of them. Considering that they were constantly teleporting away from me.
I was kind of pulling my punches a little bit.
As you go, you see, you notice as you go, checking behind you, you see a figure headed in your direction, and it soon comes into view. It's the Dragonborn, the Bronze Dragonborn, who's coming towards you guys. He's not like running, but he's definitely headed in your direction.
Hey, that guy's coming. I'm gonna stop and wave at him.
He waves back and keeps coming towards you guys.
I'm just gonna vibe and wait for him.
He's kind of jogging his way in your direction. He says, as he approaches, he's like, I saw the lights from a distance.
Yeah,
You killed a sentinel.
the crystal guy?
Yes, one of the sentinels.
I guess. Was
I've
that
never
cool?
seen one destroyed before.
Is that cool? Are we gonna get arrested? Are we gonna get arrested?
They have their own actions they take. We do not know where they come from, but they kill.
So, we're cool.
Yes.
Nice.
He says, he's like, I did not know what to expect when you came out of the tombs. I was afraid. I did not want to be, but...
Understandably so.
Yeah, I mean, if there was a bunch of zombies that were popping out that were like, oh, look, I got some cool flowers for you, I don't think I'd trust those zombies either. But I'm not a zombie, as you can see. Now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the desert is still dangerous. The sentinels are not the most dangerous thing out here. So, I figured I would help lead you back to where you are going. It cannot have been easy to fight that thing.
How kind of you.
Any help it would be appreciated.
You must be careful of the hunter-killers. And the hunter-killers, the bone claws. The night walkers will come when it gets dark.
Well, everything here sucks, it sounds like.
Are these creatures or are these people?
I would not want to call them people, but they are intelligent if that is what you ask.
I guess what I'm asking for more clarification, are they like you and me, humanoid people?
Some of them. The hunter-killers are constructs. They are solitary, but they are very dangerous, much more dangerous than the sentinels.
Fun.
What do you do? I shoot stuff with magic bow.
I do what I have to survive.
Well, like, how do you
But
fight stuff?
He lifts his greatsword and he's like, with this,
Cool.
and by running and hiding.
Oh. I can do that too. How good can you run and hide?
I do not have much of a reason to compare or much experience with others.
Oh, okay. I can just do it really good. I thought it'd be fun to have like a buddy to like hide in the sand with sometimes. Anyway, you want to go to the rain place?
Yes, I will take you to the oasis vent.
Okay. And I try to craft a flower and try to put it in his hair again.
Please do not do that.
Oh. Okay. And I put it in my hair again.
We must also be aware of the retrievers.
What do they do?
They kidnap and take down below.
They sound like they suck too.
Most things are not pleasant around here.
Alright,
It
well,
would appear so.
You know, I'm starting to pick up on that vibe.
let's go.
Very well. I will show you the way.
He knows the way.
Do you know the
Stop.
Do you know the way?
Just so all the people listening know, that was not relevant when it was made.
It wasn't relevant at all.
That was like, that was more dead than we were.
So he starts leading you. He clearly knows some stuff about the desert. There's a few times where he just stops and like turns in a completely different direction and goes around like a large mound of sand. He stays in the valleys between the dunes. Occasionally he goes up to the top to look around and then continues down. He tries to stay low, and sometimes he stops, puts his head to the ground and listens, and then moves on. He mentions something called a purple worm that he's listening for. And yeah, he over the course of the day leads you closer and closer to this massive storm cloud. And finally you can see you can see the in the distance towards the base where this is falling. You can see the rain is falling, and you can see greenery around where the underneath the storm cloud, and you start to feel the wind is blowing always from your right to your left as you approach this, and you can kind of see some dust around this area, and he leads you up to a higher point and moves over to a rocky area, and you climb over the rocky area and you go to a higher point so you can see this, and there's a massive hole in the ground that is just huge, and there's almost kind of a whistling sound coming from it, like a deep, almost like it's like a really low whistle that is coming from there, and you can see water pouring down into it from the side. You can see pools of water and what looks to be lakes surrounding this thing, and it is like a rainforest surrounding this hole in the ground. And the desert just sort of like gives way to that all of a sudden.
This is way more my kind of place.
The Dragonborn, he mentioned to Terrell that his name was Suhama. He says it has its own dangers, but it is better.
Yeah? What kind of cool stuff is it in here? Still like retrievers and bone guys and gun dudes, or...
No one said anything about guns. What's a gun?
Well,
It's elvish.
I actually happen to know Elvish, and there's no such thing.
Damn. That usually works.
Do I know Elvish? I think I do, actually.
I know so many languages.
Yeah, I know Sylvan.
Elvish, Goblin, Infernal, Sylvan, Common.
So he's like, okay, well. Oh, come on. Sorry, my computer's not
Wanting to cooperate.
Yeah.
I feel that.
I think it's time to pull out the aggressive negotiations card.
Well, you were right about one thing. The negotiations were short.
Literally, people died.
So there are things down there. There are other tombs, and the retrievers will come there too. The hunter-killers will, if they are chasing a target, but they tend to keep out unless they have to. There are other things, though. Animals, wild creatures. Things that come out from the deep.
I mean, usually animals just kind of want to vibe and be friends.
I mean, I don't think that's true for the most part, but you have clearly had a different experience than I have.
So, like, city's down there, right?
What is a city?
Town?
There are people down there, yes.
Yeah, the people gather place. What are we all doing, by the way? I just kind of wanted to get over here. I can kind of like just live here for a while until I get bored and figure out how to get back home. What are you guys doing? Because I'll just come help you.
Honestly,
We kind of need answers.
and if there are people, maybe these people obviously know the region and hopefully will know more about what's happened.
We were dead, and now we are not. Clearly, we have been resurrected by someone for some unknown reason.
You'd think they'd stick around to get all their resurrection boys.
Maybe they couldn't, or maybe something happened where it was interrupted.
It is very strange.
Hey, Dragonborn,
Is
did
this
you...
a magic thing?
Yeah. Like super powerful magic. Like you wouldn't happen to be like a secret cleric or something, would you?
I am not capable of using any magic. I have not known many who do.
Oh, that sucks. You
But
want to learn?
I do know. I don't know about that. I do know how there is someone, a shaman, who can see some magic. Perhaps he can help. Perhaps he knows.
Sounds like any place to start.
He sounds pretty cool.
He is old. He is a giant.
I'm old too.
He is a dreamwalker.
That's a really cool name. Let's go talk to this guy.
So he leads you down, and you start entering this sort of semi-rocky, but still like filled with greenery area. You finally get down to this place, and it's pouring down rain, so it's wet. But Suhama clearly enjoys the water. I don't know how all of you feel about it, but it has been very dry the whole time
Oh
we've
no,
been going.
like Angela, she's enjoying it being like leagues better than being a desert. I will ask, do we feel slightly better since we're not directly underneath the sun anymore?
Yes, it is much better. So you move on, and eventually you come to this big area, and the first thing that you notice is that there are stone giants in the distance that you can see walking around through this area. And they're huge. And as you go winding through the rocky areas, you start to see that there are some nearby. And finally you get really close to one. And he looks down at the group going. And Suhama stops and does a whole big motion to, like, greet him. And the stone giant just sort of nods. And then lifts his great club up and points it in the direction. And so Suhama continues on.
We're following. I'm following.
Yeah.
Is there any, like, berry bushes or anything on the way there?
There are.
I'm gonna, like, take some and just, like, kind of start munching on them.
You start hallucinating.
Make a constitution
Oh, wait.
saving throw.
Are you going to do a nature check to see if you can
Yeah.
recognize some of these?
Probably. That'd be the smart idea.
Yes.
That would be yes.
18.
You're able to recognize most of the kinds of berries that you see around. There are a large number of poisonous and ones, nothing that's lethal, but stuff that would make you sick. But you are able to find some that are edible. They're not great tasting, but they're okay. Everything's got sort of a weird, not off taste, but everything's got kind of this similar, and it's a taste that's in it that is shared among a lot of the stuff that you try. But yeah, you move on, and you get through this rocky area and come to what appears to be some sort of, like, large old stone giant who's sitting on the mountain and is, like, looking up at the storm cloud. And Suhama walks up, and there's a big stone, best described as a bell. And Suhama picks up a what looks to be a metal mace almost, and taps the stone bell 3 times. And the stone giant very slowly looks down from the clouds and looks down at all of you and says, "Why have you come?" And Suhama walks up and says, "A great magical thing has happened. These people have been brought back from the dead." And the stone giant looks back up and then says, "You have done well to bring them here. You may go." And Suhama looks around, but then, like, steps back and walks back out. Says, "I am the tribe Dreamwalker.
Oh, you're a Dreamwalker. Cool. Hello.
It is not my name, it is a title, but you may call me that.
It's a really cool title.
I have looked into the cloud and seen interesting things. So, recently something happened that affected the world. I did not know what it would be, but the omens have shown me. Have you heard of the spell known as Wish?
I
Yep.
have indeed.
Yes.
It was cast, and you are here because of it.
Okay. Well, that answers the question of how we were brought back from the dead then. But for what purpose?
And why us particularly?
Who did it?
He looks back up at the clouds and says, "Someone in their dying moments, releasing the last of their power, calling for assistance. for the world.
Where are they?
I do not know. I've only seen the signs of their arrival and passing.
Oh, they dead now?
Yes, that is what the signs say.
Does anybody know, like, resurrection spells?
Yes.
We could go get them. But we have to figure out where they are first.
I have like several.
Nice.
The desert is large, and the lands beneath are larger. I do not know who has done this, but they did it out of the sake of the world.
I mean, we could probably find out. One sec.
Their soul was likely the fuel for the spell. It is powerful magic, one that I could never hope to touch.
This world that we're in, it's not familiar to me. What is this place? What is this land or place called?
We have only called it the desert because it is all that there is now.
What
Long ago, things changed here. The sky changed, the land changed, and magic was unleashed.
Do you know what plane of existence this is?
The material plane.
That sucks for you guys.
Gee, thanks.
Well, this is like apocalypse stuff.
Clearly. But if there's an issue, why didn't anyone intervene? Like other heroes?
I don't
Or
know.
at that point, why didn't any of the deities do anything about it?
Maybe it was an evil one. Evil deity.
Perhaps.
I would presume that heroes attempted to do something, if anything at all was possible.
It was long, long ago that this happened. I do not know the details, but there have been no direct interventions by deities in my entire life, and in any of my history that I know of. I do not know if they exist, or if the power that is used for healing is from them or another source. But that is no longer a consideration that I have taken. I have given myself to the dream. I only see the signs.
But what do you three want to do?
Well, obviously, we're brought here for a reason.
Well,
We need to, and it's to save this world.
that's to save the world. Sleepwalker just said that some dude got dead, and when he died, he brought us back to try and save him, but that's not going to be.
No,
He said
did
it was
not
for the
bring me
sake of
to
the
save
world.
him.
It was,
For the
Oh,
sake of
okay.
the world.
I get it now.
Do you carry with you powerful magics?
Well, my mom gave me some magic. I can do some pretty cool stuff, and I hold out my hand, and the flower blooms in it. I'm like, do you want this?
I will take it. He reaches down and puts his hand down to take it.
And I put the flower in his hand.
Are you one who touches other realms?
I nod. Yep.
This one has been separated from its life.
Ooh, that's not good.
That connection must be reestablished somehow.
I don't possess magics. I'm purely
A fight boy.
I specialize in a blade.
There are many dangers here in the desert. So, I'm sure that will be of use to you.
I have many spells that I can use.
Well, I can offer you a place to stay here. And offer you rest.
I'm gonna like reach into my bag and pull out the opal. And I'm gonna be like, is this like worth money here? Is there like trade?
The topaz?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the topaz.
Yeah. He's like, yes, there are many people who could make use of such like that. You have defeated a sentinel.
Yeah, that's what we got told. The guy sounded really impressed.
And you have already passed far beyond those who have already died against them.
Put it back in my bag.
If you take those down below into the Underdark, there are places where you could trade them.
Are we pausing?
Man, what was that?
What's that say?
The gods are calling.
Trish Glads.
I don't know.
The gods.
The gods are calling like, hey, we know we can see you down there. Don't talk crap.
Then why don't you do something, you punk ass bitch?
So
Well, I'll do something. There goes your magic.
So the stone giant Dreamwalker, he sets up a he pulls a stone aside. There's actually a place where you can stay. He does tell you about that there's an Underdark and that there are drow down there who are dangerous, but they do trade with some people. But you'd have to go around the edge to find a trading post for them. But you could find better weapons and equipment from them if you really wanted to.
That seems like a good idea. Do they still like crazy like Loth down there? Or is it like different stuff here?
He's I have not heard the name Loth in a long, long time. But they do take slaves, and they do they are very violent, but they are not strongly religious.
Okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure us four can beat up some slavers, right?
I would avoid making enemies of everything, considering that we're trying to get magical items from them. Just
Well, I'm not going down there looking for a fight, but if we go down there and are like, hey, can we have some, like, cool Magic Boy items? We're gonna do some pretty cool stuff. And they go, you look like good slaves, and try to, like,
well, then,
arrest us.
They would have to be colossal idiots to be like, oh yeah,
But maybe
these guys, we can take them.
But maybe they're really tough, too. Don't look at me like that.
the look is just enough. That's all that needs to be said.
Anyway,
So Sleepwalker's like, what have I gotten myself into?
Well, I can't wait to get rid of these people.
Man, I want to sleepwalk away.
Same.
so he explains to you how things work here. He is able to give you some money, and it's not a ton. It's like about 100 gold each that you're able to hold on to. But he tells you that the topaz will be worth far more than that in trade. He gives you some directions as to where to start looking for a trading post, that the drow come out and set up these small trading posts and then do their trade and then go back down on a pretty regular basis. Yeah. So he says, though, that there may be someone, and he tells you that there's a location where there may be a druid in particular who may be able to help. He's kind of a crazy druid, but yeah, he's there, and he could potentially do something along the lines of helping your goal of saving the world, if that's what you really want to do. By the way, being severed from its life, the world, he's almost certainly referring to the connection to the Feywild. If it really is somehow separated from it, it would probably be very difficult for it to do planar travel. So you might be stuck here for now.
That sucks. Well, let's go plug the planar shift cable back in.
Where are we, the cable repair guys?
Yep, that's what it seems like.
That sounds like it's pretty close to what you are.
Fair enough.
Alright, let's do Shifty Drow trades and then Crazy Druid.
I agree with that, but maybe we should rest up first, then Drow, then Crazy Druid.
I'm gonna go get some food.
Yeah, okay.
Can I use my
Yes.
forager now? Okay.
Yes. Now you can forage. There's plenty of water. Real
Yeah.
easy to get water. Let's see here real quick. Okay.
I'm assuming everybody took like basic shit from that crypt, like a backpack and a water skin and everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, I just take everybody's water skin and I go, I'll be back with like a whole bunch. And I leave.
So there's like, it's not really necessary to go out to look for water, just food, because there's like lots and lots of pools of water and places where it's collected, and because it's constant pouring rain.
Yeah, I get, fill up everybody's water skin and I get some like berries, an herb or two, maybe a rabbit or two. Come back.
Okay. You're not able to find any rabbits, but you are able to find some birds and stuff that are shockingly violent in how well they fight back. So make a survival check to see how that goes.
Apparently it was duck season.
That's a natural 20 for 25.
All right, yeah. You have no problem catching some food and finding plenty of stuff. You're able to do a very good job of finding, different types of mushrooms and edible plants, and you actually find some fruit trees that are not poisonous or infested with anything.
Nice.
So
I just go fully overboard and fill up my entire like bag with like spices and vegetables and shit and dead birds. Can I try to find a sand mouse again?
Go ahead. With that, I'd say you can find a sand mouse.
I'm gonna offer him
Gonna do
all the
a
food.
animal handling check.
I offer him my entire pack of food if he loves me. That is 14.
Okay. It's similar to the last one. Keeps a distance. Let's do advantage because you're offering him food.
Okay. 23.
That's going to improve the attitude of the already friendly sand mouse towards you. So, you're able to get the sand mouse to come to you and eat from you, from your hand and stuff like that.
Yeah. What food does he look like he enjoys the most?
Fruits, nuts, and that sort of stuff.
Alright. I just give him all of
Nuts.
the fruits and nuts. And try to like hold him in my hand and
Okay.
carry him around.
That works.
Alright, I come back with my new friend. Hey, I found berries, I found birds, I found something else that starts with B. It's all in my bag. I put down my bag and I have this sand mouse in my hand that's eating like a bunch of sunflower seeds, and I just don't address it.
At this point,
I mean, no one's like,
Yeah, that's like as the way you've acted so far. That's like the okay, yeah.
fair
Yeah.
enough. And also,
Everything else is weirder.
And also, considering what we've seen so far, least weirdest scene we've seen.
so card drum. is off talking with some of the stone giants. And, yeah. The fact that Travis didn't join in makes it kind of difficult for me to continue exactly how I wanted. But, I'd say we could probably do this do another episode of this at some point.
Yeah.
When we can be there.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
So, as you guys settle in and, get your long rest in, we're going to cut the episode there.
Alright.
Dun dun dun.
So, yeah. Our newest Action Economy bonus action.
Nice.
Cool.
All right.
That was Action Economy bonus action. If you want to see what happens to my cool-ass sand mouse, tune into the next episode. What was his name?
Sneep.
Yeah, Sneep the Sand Mouse.
You're welcome. I forget what our platforms were on again.
We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, Tumblr. Follow us. Do it.
Please.
And if
Sneep
you have
loves
friends,
you.
family members, or even coworkers you want to share this with, please.
Or even if you don't, just talk to random people on the street. Go, hey, listen to Action Economy.
If you buy us,
And if they
ad
tell you,
space,
hey, go fuck yourself, hey, tell them to go fuck themselves too. And listen to Action Economy while they do it.
buy us a billboard in New York City, and we will definitely not pay you
And we're
back.
definitely
but
getting the
love you.
explicit tag just for that comment.
And then also thank you for, if we do have it, thank you for Syrinscape for letting us use...
Syrinscape.
Syrinscape, sorry. Did I say Syrinscape?
I thought you did.
You said Skyrimscape.
Alright. I'm tired. But anyway, thank you again for the sounds and music effects that we use. And we'll hopefully catch you next time either on a bonus action or back in Curse of Strahd.
Mists of Dread.
Dun, dun, dun.